Is your connection going anywhere? Let's find out. Stick around. You and them reading. One spread for you, one spread for them. You can have these for friendship. This is going to be a love-based reading. You might be single with your eye on somebody. It's the dreaded situationship or in a relationship. Is it going anywhere, though? All right, so we're going to start with you. See what's cracking off. Oh, no. Oh, dear. DOS. Apparently not. Clears. Right, so we start off with the Emperor in the reverse. So the Emperor in the upright position is what we call the divine masculine. He's like the kings, but he's combined. He's a good ruler, good leader, wise, knowledgeable, firm but fair, not afraid of fight, not afraid of change. Reverse position, toxic masculine. Okay, toxic masculine energy can range from someone who doesn't want to change up to the nasty stuff: anger, aggression, oppression, suppression, abuse, lust, power, greed. Okay, yeah, you're starting to see your partner as a toxic masculine. Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Pentacles, earth, money, finance, non-financial wealth. That's what investing our time, effort, is in. This is a collaboration card. We've got three characters: landowner, builder, architect, all working together to build this beautiful cathedral. Different roles, different skill sets, same long-term vision. Reverse position, starting to realise that you're building their dream for them. You don't want the same long-term goals anymore. Ace of Pentacles. Ace is bringing in new energy, not starting something new. So this is about going, right, long-term, what am I investing in here? Where do I put my time, my effort, my energy? Okay, let's continue. Right. So because you're just at the planning stage, there's going to be a lot of stagnation. Now, this ironically is probably going to help you. Eight of Wands in the reverse. Wands fire action. Not the most riveting card in the world, this one. It's eight Wands, all stays flying through the air. It generally talks about pick up and pace, new opportunities, fast-paced motion. Reverse position, stagnation, feeling like life's passing you by. So as well as kind of reassessing what you want to invest in long term, you're also going to be reassessing what's going to make you happy long term. Ace of Cups. Okay, Cups, water, emotions. Overall outcome card. Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, so this is about equal give and take. We've got the character there giving money out to the poor, scales in the other hand. Reverse position, one party's doing all the giving. The Emperor in the reverse. One's doing all the giving. One's doing all the taking. Emperor in the reverse. Okay, so I feel like because there's a lot of what am I investing in here, what's going to make me happy, but there's no real action. So it's going to remain one-sided until you take the action. Okay, obstacles or blockages. Six of Wands. Okay, so story of this card is some great war going off. This village have been out circle battle. They've won. They've returned back to the village. They're celebrating. They know the great war is yet to be won, but they know by celebrating the little wins along the way, it boosts morale of the troops. So this is if you could kind of every time just a little something goes right, going, well, we know I'm not where I want to be yet, but I'm going in the right direction. Pat on the back. You know, that's a good thing, but you're supposed to be actually making proper bigger changes here, I feel. Okay, removing any blockages. The Moon card. So the Moon card for me talks about the unknowns. It's when we feel like something's off and we can't put our finger on it, or we're scrabbling around looking for the piece of the jigsaw and we can't get them all together. The Moon card says there's no point looking. It's not ready to be revealed yet. So this next phase is going to take some blind faith, and it's about reinvesting in yourself and then taking the action to push forward with that. Now, I'm not saying that you should leave your partner, because toxic masculine energy, like I say, it can just be somebody who's selfish. Okay, doesn't want to change. And by making those actions and changes, it can often, not always, but it can often make them realise the error of their ways and you know, kick up the arse time, you know. Right. Right, so let's go on to them. Oops, King of Pentacles coming out. Right. So I've got King of Pentacles and Page of Cups coming out straight away. Let's get one more for the time being. Right, interesting. So King of Pentacles, so King's masculine energy. King of Pentacles is grounded, solid, stable, provider type energy. What it feels like is, whereas you're seeing them as being selfish, they're seeing themselves as being kind of like a bit of king of the castle. You know what I mean? Page of Cups. Page is more youthful energy. Don't have the knowledge or experience. The kings and the queens don't have the full motion of the knights. This page is about an offer. He's offering the cup. So it feels like they're focusing on themselves rather than the connection. And you're just getting kind of pages offers. As I always say, when you're in your power, you know your worth and value, you're king or queen. Kings and queens do not accept offers from knights or pages. And if they're a king, if they're this king that they're making themselves out to be, why are they giving you pages offers? Okay. Seven of Pentacles. So they're the person in the garden looking over the fruits or flowers. Not ready for harvest yet, needs to get to 10. Upright position though, it's going in the right direction. Okay. So things are going good for them, you know, at the expense of you. Right, okay, so we then got the Four of Swords. Swords are where we think words we use. So this generally talks about periods of rest. It's when our minds and our body get run down while we're listening to it. The other way we can go is being too mentally horizontal. I'm not sure which way I want to go with that yet. Five of Swords in the reverse. So they're the figure there, two figures that laid the swords down walking away. It generally talks about difference of idea, direction, opinion, etc., and who's going to come out on top. Upright position, it's them. Reverse position, it's possibly you. Overall outcome card. Strength in the reverse. Okay, so okay, I'm going to go for pride. I'm going to go for pride and saying that that's them releasing some pride. So what it feels like is that they've been in this King of Pentacles kind of like, I'm the ruler, I'm the leader, I'm the king of the castle, but you've been getting pages offers. They're kind of going, you know, everything's going in the right direction, but for you, you're like, no, you're not changing, you're not listening to me. We're doing what you want to do all the time. So what do I want to invest in? Okay. You're going to start feeling like life's passing you by. And I think you're going to say something to this person and say, look, I want something that's going to make me happy. So they're going to ponder on it in the Four of Swords, I feel. A bit of downtime. And then they're going to concede and drop some of this pride, because I feel like it's been pride that's keeping them in that kind of like, this is what we always do energy. And with the Six of Pentacles there for you, I think that's you then kind of pulling back some of that energy because they've released the pride. Okay. Obstacles or blockages. Seven of Swords. This is advice for you. Swords are where we think words we use. So because of the way this this reading's panned out in the end, not as I was expecting it to, I've got to be honest. I'm going to go for imposter syndrome. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy enough. I can't do it. And I feel like that's why this King of Pentacles / Emperor in the reverse has kind of got away with doing everything that they want. Removing any blockages. Ace of Swords in the reverse. So Ace is bringing in new energy, not starting something new. So Ace is this is about going right long term. How do I change my mindset, communication, etc. What I want to say to you is this is advice as you go forth after the outcome card to say don't change your mind. Okay, keep strong, because this phase here is going to be a lot of hard work for you, because you kind of putting the shift back onto yourself, and it's about being brave enough to say to this person, look, I'm not happy in the current situation, I want change. Okay, like I say, looking at this, it looks like they are going to react to it in the right way. It's just going to take a bit of time. So yeah, not as doom and gloom as I thought it was going to be. If that resonated, type in doom and gloom. Why not? If you want to personalise you and them reading, those ones are £25, priority same day guarantee. Click on my stanza on my profile, get yours today. There you go. Ta-ta.